Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin, talk to me, fam.
Yeah, Coach. It's funny how boxing fans are always trying to deflect once their fighters, in the hot seat. Like now I'm seeing everywhere that, Boots fans are calling Vergil a duck because supposedly the Madrimov fight has been made, and because Xander Zayas, claimed he would be willing to step up and fight him. Now he's ducking Xander Zayas, and it's funny as hell, right? Because Madrimov was supposed to fight Bohachuk, in the the Usyk versus Fury undercard.
Yes, sir.
And they're all talking about how the hell is Madrimov supposed to fight Bohachuk in December, and then everybody expects him to come out of that fight unscathed and fight Vergil in February. And the stupid thing is these motherfuckers ain't got no common sense, Coach. The same cat that put the money up to make the Bohachuk versus Madrimov fight is the same dude that's putting up the money for Madrimov to fight Vergil. So common sense would tell you, hey, we're gonna do something for Bohachuk, maybe throw him a bone, couple of racks or something, sit tight, or maybe just throw him another opponent. But who in their mind like thinks that a dude's gonna fight two basically top level fighters within like a 3-month period? That shit just don't make no sense.
I mean, but you know what though? That happens in the that it used to happen like that in the past though. Like when Sugar Ray Leonard was fighting Hagler, they used to fight like that. So if it, for those times they did that. But I see what you're saying. In today's time, that doesn't make sense.
But them cats were killers, Coach. Them cats were killers.
Chavez, Salvador, like they fought like that.
They ain't built like that no more, Coach.
Yeah. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what up, Coach? This Jig don't play boxing.
Would you say Jig don't play boxing? Salute, fam.
Yeah, Jig don't play boxing.
Yes, sir.
Man, I've been trying to get in touch with you, man, because I'm the one that called you and told you Karen Team was going to get in Boo's ass. I'm the one that called you and told you that. Boo was, but I told you Karen was going to got there cover the game plan.
I remember that. I remember that call.
But, man, listen. I already knew Boots wasn't all that, man. You know what I'm saying? You call me what you want. But the nigga just ain't fought nobody to be proven that. As soon as he got in there with somebody with a little bit of skills, he get exposed. Now, I'm disappointed in him for not taking this Vergil Ortiz fight because it's still that ill factor if he's really that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, by this right here just tell me, man, he too immature to take on these kind of fights. You can tell after the interview, you know what I mean, in the ring that he was just like a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, maybe 154, man, all that old shit. You know what I mean? So that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just what I seen. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I seen. I'm like, bro, he ain't even got the confidence for real in his voice. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I wanted to say, man. I just wanted to remind you who it was that told you.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought you were tripping. I was like, man, nah, man. You were like, no, I'm telling you, Coach. I say, nah, Boots gonna make the adjustments this time. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked that Karen fought Boots on the front foot. Like he say, I'm finna step to him. I was shocked. Man, right there in the middle of the ring. I was shocked about that.
Boots ain't had Karen really had the advantage coming into this fight because he really had room to change his game plan. You feel what I'm saying? Boots probably felt like, I'm beat him once, I can beat him again. But Karen, you can tell by the way he fought last time, if he just would have put up a fight, it would have been a better fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was looking at. Like, man, dude got down, he had great footwork, and when he did decide to fight with Boots, he would land the punches. Yeah. So I'm like, if he come in this motherfucker this time with that so no fight Boots, it might be a way better fight than it was.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
Coach, how you doing today, bro?
Doing good.
Good. That's wonderful. Coach, this shit is not complicated at all. it's clear that they don't want that smoke, and that they are not willing to fight the top guys. Boots said it himself that the better the competition, the better he fights.
Mm-hmm.
So since he has nowhere to go, and he's not gonna look like an amateur. Next, in his next fight, he's fighting a tomato can. So we already know this. It's no secret. Coach, you can see clearly in Eddie Hearn's energy that he doesn't really want that fight for Vergil. And neither does Boots. They don't want to fight that kid. But let me ask you this, man, real quick, Coach. What do you think Boots go from here? What does he do now?
Try to unify at 147. Brian Norman Jr. is the fight to make, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Norman Jr. The other champ, Mario Barrios, he's not gonna get Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is more than likely gonna be fighting Nigel, not Nigel Ben, Conor Ben. But Mario Barrios made $3 million his last fight, fighting on the Jake Paul undercard.
Right. Yeah.
In order for Jaron Boots Ennis to get a Mario Barrios, he's going to have to pay him a little. Eddie Hearn is going to have to pay him a lot more money than the $3 million he got paid for a unification bout. So, and they have seemed reluctant to do so as it relates to that. So, you have Manti Stanionis. I don't know what's going on with him, but I think he's fighting on the undercard of Gervonta Tank Davis. So that's off the table for now. Yeah. For now, it's off the table. Maybe he can catch him later on down the line. And then we have Boots, and then we have Boots, Mario Barrios, Stanionis, and Brian Norman. So you got Brian Norman, Stanionis, and Mario Barrios. So in all three of those guys, I think
they're scheduled fights.
Yeah, they got scheduled fights. So he can catch any one of those guys after their scheduled fights in the first half of the year. We'll see how it works out.
Well, he's going to have to wait. He's going to go. He's going to go for a soft touch. It seems like that's what he's interested in. They were both capping big time. You see them talking in circles, Coach, when you ask them the hard questions. And if you don't want to fight, just say so.
Just say it.
You want a soft touch and stop wasting our time, man, and insulting our intelligence. Listen, Philly knows he's a fraud, he's a liar, and that's why I saw people sleeping in his last fight, Coach, and I saw them leaving early, no cap. Respect from New York, that's my call, man.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, Coach, what's going on, man? Casino like prayers, man.
Man, Casino, man, talk to me, brother. ATL, stand up.
Man, but I was busy, bro. I'm just tuning into the show, man. I was trying to get the update, man. Did they come up with some other bullshit?
No. Listen, I played it yesterday. I played it today, man. The question is it fair to call Jaron Boots Ennis a duck? So all I did was I just showed information that came directly from Jaron Boots Ennis' mouth and Eddie Hearn's mouth. And Boots said that, a lot of people calling him a duck. And I'm like, okay, let me analyze and investigate and see whether it's warranted or not. Why are they being unfair to him? And based on the information that I have ascertained, I've gathered, I think that the people are spot on to call him a duck based on what he said out of his mouth and based on what Eddie Hearn is saying. And it seemed like he's lying.
For sure, man. Man, I put it like this, man. Just not too long ago, I was just on earlier today. I was on a Pitbull podcast, man, and they had me get up on there. I had to hit the link. And when I hit the link, StreamYard popped up, and I seen the logo. And when I seen the logo for StreamYard, bro, I ain't think about nothing but Boots, bro. So he must be a duck. He must be a duck. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always these fighters with this big-ass fan base. Well, we got to debate if it's a duck or not. But if you ain't got no big ass fan base, it's obviously a duck. So I'm not gonna be going back and forth with the fan base. First, a duck. It's obviously a duck. Come on now. I mean, what you say, Coach? I mean, you already said what you said. You said it's a duck.
No, it's a duck. It's a motherfucking duck. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit because when they,
I'm not trying to hear that shit.
That's all they were saying. They were saying everybody else was ducking them. They said Crawford was ducking them. They ain't say Errol Spence was ducking them. They ain't say that because they was trying to keep cool with Spence. But they were saying everybody else was ducking them. They were saying Vergil Ortiz ducked them. They were saying the man saying they always ducked them. They say the doggone Mario Barrios ducked them. He said, man, we all them dudes, we all sent offers to all of them turned it down. So they were calling everybody else a duck. So now.
Right.
Now that Boots have turned down the Vergil Ortiz fight, we confirmed that, hey, they was negotiating. They had a verbal agreement. According to the reports that was out there, we do know that Eddie Hearn was not negotiating with Vergil Ortiz behind his back, because we have video of Eddie Hearn saying at the post-fight press conference, I will be contacting Oscar. I want to make that fight happen. Turki Al Sheikh wants to make that fight happen. I'm going to talk to Oscar. He's a planker, this and that. And he looked at Boots and told him, you better not lose that fight. If you lose that fight, I may never talk to you again. And Boots said out of his mouth, oh no, man, never that. The better the competition, the better I fight. Vergil Ortiz is a pressure fighter, come forward fighter, and y'all know I love those come forward fighters. That's what he said. So he can't say he didn't know.
Man, maybe. Man, look, man. Maybe that's what because I be hearing a lot of people calling in with some bullshit, but that reminds me, bro. You know Jerry, who called in and talked about it's complicated.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jerry called in talking about it's complicated. Man, Jerry, he sound like he an elderly man. Like he sound old. You feel me? Man, bro, Boots got these folks tripping so hard, bro. But this nigga, Jerry was in the chat talking about suck his balls. He was talking to me. I'm like, damn, bro, Boots got y'all like this, bro. Like it's just a duck.
You talking about in the chat? Somebody in the chat? Or you beefing with
yeah,
somebody?
No, I'm talking about Jerry, bro. Jerry, bro. As old as Jerry is, Boots got Jerry talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, these folks is in shambles. Like, I can't even watch no Philly show because I don't even really want to hear shit they got to say, bro. They've been calling people ducks forever, like you said. And now he done duck, and we ain't supposed to say shit. You know what I mean? Like, folks is mad, all type of shit, man. Yeah, Jerry was spazzing on me in the chat. Jerry was spazzing. Bro, as old as Jerry is,
now, you know what?
Old as Jerry, old ass.
Jerry, I think he told me he was in his 50s. He's like 54 or something like that. He just sound real old. I think he smoked a lot of cigarettes, the Marlboro cigarettes.
I was gonna say he need to stop smoking them goddamn all them Pall Malls. He smoking all them damn cheap ass Pall Malls.
He going back.
Smoking them old ass Pall Malls. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog. But yeah, man. I just had to throw a little shot back. You know what I'm saying? Cause look, I'm from the A, man. We ain't going outside like Philly. You feel me? It's not my fault y'all all in y'all feelings and all that. And got old men spazzing out, crashing out. You know what I'm saying? Because Boots is really supposed to be the truth. He convinced me too. I could be mad too, but you know what? I'm not, because I'm not Boots and Boots ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I watch boxing, and if you ain't throwing hands, you really yesterday's news. You feel me? But yeah, we gonna keep cooking Boots. We gonna keep cooking Boots just a little longer, but you really finna be yesterday's news because you don't want no smoke. You know what I mean? Like the biggest card coming up, and you not on it. You not on it, bro. You feel me? So we finna transition from your duck ass, and we gonna start talking about the real fight. That's what we finna do, and that's for you too, Jerry. You know what I mean? You feel me? Put down the Pall Mall and get a patch or something. They got some nicotine gum, cause it ain't no. But I thought you was 85 years old, nigga. I thought you was 85 years old. Man, but that's my call.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Mayo from the Shy.
Mayo from the Shy, talk to me.
What's going on, Coach?
Salute, fam.
With the topic of the discussion, is it fair to call Boots a duck? Now, I got like duck criteria, because you know the conversation of duck come up so often in boxing. I got criteria when I call people a duck, and I think it's like unfair right now until his next opponent. For me, it's like you gotta be fighting a cash cow, unifying, or shit like that. It's something else. But like, if his next fight isn't a unification bout, if he can't get like one of these champions to unify with him, then I could like say like, yeah, that's straight up. But like, yeah.
Okay.
That's just for me personally.
All right, but shout out to Mail from the Shot. Shout out to Mail from the Shot. Salute, fam. I'm calling. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, Coach, what's going on, man? This is Hell Like Prayers 2 times, man. I had to call in right quick. Cause what's the dude name from Shot Town? What he say?
Mayo. His name Mayo.
What's his name?
Mayo. Like mayonnaise, but Mayo.
Hey, Mayo. Don't be calling up here trying to use psychology, using words like criteria, just because Coach Malachi used words like criteria. You trying to make niggas relate. But that's some bullshit. Ain't no dunk criteria, nigga. He dunk. He talking about criteria for ducking. Nigga, he hit everything. He hit everything. Bro, if there was a criteria for ducking. But this nigga came up with criteria for ducking. He called up here. He thought he had a friend. Coach. You got you a boxing criteria. You know what I mean, man? I got me a dunk criteria. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, shut your dumb ass up, boy. What the hell are you talking about? Dunk criteria, nigga. The only criteria for ducking is you ain't in the ring with the gloves on, nigga. That's the criteria. Nigga, Vergil Ortiz fighting February 22nd, and it ain't you. That's the criteria, nigga. But the criteria is you ain't fighting, nigga. Ain't no duck criteria. Come up here talking about criteria. Nigga, it's a boxing criteria on this channel. Ain't no duck criteria, nigga. If somebody want to fight you and you ain't in that ring, nigga, that's the criteria for a duck, nigga. Don't call up here trying to be friends. Nigga thought he was slick. Try to throw the word criteria. Nigga, go on somewhere, nigga, man. Get you a book, get you some better vocabulary, trying to take the word off the channel, nigga. We got boxing criteria. Nigga, ain't no duck criteria. Nigga, get it straight, man. Shout out to Chi-Town, man.
Caller, what's your name when you calling from?
Hi, Coach. This is Ashley from Chicago.
Ashley from the side. Talk to me, sis.
Okay, so a few things. Okay, so Jaron Ennis, I don't want to say right now that he's a duck. What I do want to see is he needs to come out and say something. Maybe with a platform that he's most comfortable with, the YSM guy who's down there in Philly getting all the coverage on their various boxers. But what's going to be very telling with him is how he handles the situation. But, just staying mute and kind of giving the fans a little bit right now, kind of giving like us your ass to kiss is not a good look. And then also, I think he needs to work on better articulating himself. Like you said, like in interviews, like that ring interview that he did after his last fight, kind of cringy. Even in the post-fight press conference, like, you're 27 years old, going on 28, work on better articulating yourself. And then I think the boogeyman, and this is me just as being objective as a Jaron Ennis fan, it's kind of becoming a little blurry. Like, I don't know if people going to be looking at him as a boogeyman or whatever. So I think that he has to come out and at least give some type of context to this. And then also next year, if we're looking at the fast forward, say to next year, this time next year, if he hasn't fought a unification fight by then, Coach, it's going to be like, what is he doing at this point?
So
I think then for sure it's going to be the Vergil fight. Is going to be like, okay, yeah, he missed out on the opportunity.
Right,
so what are your thoughts?
So you saying so we're gonna give him another year? See what he do next year.
I'm just saying for me, because I honestly, in my heart of hearts, I feel like this year probably for him was not the year that he wanted. He probably wanted this year to become unified, and it did not pan out that way. So let's just say next year this time, because, okay, you didn't fight Vergil for this $5 million or whatever. So what is the next fight? Brian Norman Jr. better be on one of them fight cards next year. It better not be someone we ain't never heard of, or who is this, foreign fighter, or this, and that, because it is going to be like you missed out on fighting Vergil and probably getting more popularity and things of that nature. The only leeway I can give him, Coach, is let's just say if that fight was planned for like late March, early April, maybe he takes it then versus probably February. I could give him a little leeway on that, but that's probably about it.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, Coach, man, my bad, man. This casino like prayer 3 times, man. This is gonna be real quick. I'm just running a zone defense against the bullshit today. You know what I'm saying, bro? These niggas not slick, dog. Bruh, Mayo from Chi-Town, you not slick. You had your girlfriend call in, nigga. Bruh, cause nigga, y'all had a whole meeting while I was cooking you, and your girlfriend was like, "It's okay, baby. I can nigga explain better than you." Then we get another call in, a female, you know what I'm saying, from the Chi-Town, and you think that shit was slick? Man, come on, man. These niggas gotta come better than that, man. You got your girlfriend coming up trying to finish the rest of what you were trying to say and all that shit. Man, we don't care about if it's a pretty voice or what. A duck is a duck. Ain't no criteria. And he was in the background making sure she don't use the word criteria because she was gonna blow the cover. But we know that's your girl, bruh. Y'all niggas need to give it up. Y'all had all night to regroup. And y'all, this the best y'all coming with, man. Y'all need to get y'all shit together, man. Bro, you might have your cousin call next. And the next call for Chi-Town, I'ma just assume you Mayo cousin. Man, y'all get y'all shit together, man. Maybe y'all need to call back tomorrow, get y'all lives straight, man. That's all I got. I ain't gonna call no more, Coach.
I call right now. Hey, I gotta repost the call. Caller, what's your name? You call?
No, it ain't no. Hey, coach, you ain't gotta do all that. There ain't no selling out shit. You know what I'm saying? This Mayo from the shot. I'm calling back to address this goofy ass nigga. He just constantly calling your ass on some goofy ass shit that he doing. Trying his own defense, as he like to call it. Me personally, and this is the reason I had criteria, because I actually watch the sport and I'm not a fucking casual. Like when people said Devin Haney, Lomachenko dug Devin Haney. Meanwhile, Lomachenko was unifying. Unification is mandatory. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of my criteria. You can feel the way you feel. Me personally, I watch the sport, so I don't call people a duck for unifying. That's one. Two, if you moving up in weight, which is the reason I call Crawford a duck, he moved up in weight and fought the next motherfucker up. Can't say, oh, you ducking me because you moved up and fought the champion in the next weight class. You see that all the time. A new way do that. Champions do that. That's a regular shit. I can't call a motherfucker duck. Oh, you duck the nigga in a lower weight class.
Yeah, he was called the duck.
No, I'm just saying my own personal criteria for goofy motherfuckers that don't got no criteria, don't know what the fuck going on, who just hear some shit, some old popular shit, and just running with it without fucking using critical thinking for the shit. Well, that's what I'm calling back for. And then cash cow, fighting the cash cow. I can't say, oh, you ducked Amir Khan to fight fucking Canelo. Like, no, fuck anybody will fight the fucking cash cow if that's the case. So those are criteria of when I decide to call fighters ducks. Anybody else watching the show, you can feel however you want to feel. I reserve the right to call the nigga Boots a duck unless his next fight, like the good sisters you just called, same exact point I was fucking making. Until his next fight, if he fight fucking Blair Hobbs or some shit, like, oh yeah, you duck Vergil for fucking, Blair or some shit. But at the same time, this motherfucker Vergil Ortiz is in a whole other weight class above the motherfucker in the first place. So it's like, but yeah, that's my call. That's my call.
So, shout out to South.
Just want to put that fucking air on goofy ass niggas and goofy ass opinions. But go ahead, Coach.
Hey man, but let me ask you this. So what say you about when he was in the ring with Chris Mannix and he was saying that it might be time for me to move up to 154? I'll probably get my pop. I'll be a whole lot better, stronger. He said that.
That could have probably been a situation. Yeah, that could have probably been a situation where he's trying to put pressure on Brian Norman. Brian Norman, they coming out like, oh, we got time, we can wait. You know what I mean? That could have been a play like that, or he could have really. I've been wanting Boots to move up to 54 for like 3-4 fights. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the IBF rule. Like I remember when Spence was coming up, he was strong as hell. Like the longer he held on to the IBF, he started looking smaller and shit.
Yeah. So
like, you standing there, that shit happened. But yeah, I'm gonna let you get back to your show.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Jasper from ATL.
Jasper, talk to me, brother.
Hey, Coach. This is a sad day, man. Wow. A lot to talk about real quick. First thing I want to address is this. There is no criteria for ducking. I get what he's trying to say. Unfortunately, it doesn't apply to the boot situation.
Yeah.
You got to use deductive reasoning. All things have been removed, all blockages. No one can complain about money, a lack of money. It's there. No one can complain about an opponent, a worthy opponent. That was there. He's not tied down to the PBC. so that's not there. He's already having a difficult time to really get the really big fights at 47. That's there. And you're a prize fighter, buddy. So honestly, that's what you get paid to do, is to fight. So why are you not fighting? The opportunity is there. You should be fighting. Now, here is something that was mentioned earlier that people need to understand. People want to talk about how is Maginov going to be fighting? Well, guess what? They're raising the bar of fighters today now. Okay, guys? They're raising the bar. This may be new to some people or whatever, but Maginov understands if I can get me a paycheck and a payday and all I got to do is fight, why won't I do that? If I'm dedicated to the sport and dedicated to the craft, it shouldn't be a problem. And guess what? You won't have to get ready if you're already ready. That's another thing that people are losing. We've gotten fooled by the Tank Davises and all this hype jobs and people finessing the boxing game. And we got away from actual fighting and what it means to be a fighter. This is what it means to be a fighter, guys. You're dedicated. And when you love what you do, you behave and you move that way. So I kind of commend Maginov. Whether he accomplishes or not, I don't know. But I commend him to say, hey, listen, throw me on the schedule 2.5 months down the road. I'm good. Like, I'm fine with that. I'm already in camp. And I project that I'm going to do well in this fight. It ain't going to stop me. So that's also what I want to address. Here's another thing, too, guys. There's nothing to figure out when it comes to Boots. Okay? There's nothing to figure out. I know the young lady talked about wanting him to come and speak. The reason why he hasn't said anything, guys, is because they're trying to figure out how they're going to spin this. This is common sense. Okay? Who showed us that? Y'all like to call him Mama Schofield? Guess what? The moment there was any issue in the media, Mama Schofield got up and got online and corrected it immediately. Why? Because they understand, I'm not going to let you speculate. I'm going to tell you what's going on because I don't need that. They ain't saying nothing because they're trying to figure out how to spin this because they don't know how to spin this because there's too many receipts. You've already put your foot in your mouth. The other thing I want to talk about is this. Boots, how Boots speak, that's a reflection of his pops. His pops let him do that growing up. I got a son. I tell my son right now all day long, man, you better speak clearly. What's wrong with you? Don't be talking like that. Yeah, he does need some training and teaching, but it may be a little bit too late for him. But the bottom line is that's just a byproduct of just how he was raised, his father allowing him to speak and express himself that way. Because that just sound crazy the way he be talking. You don't take him seriously. You don't see no real dog in him, no confidence when he speaks. And he may need to work on that so that he can develop in what it means to be a fighter.
All right.
Bottom line is this. Boom. All right, I'm out.
All right,
that's it.
Phil. Yeah, we got other calls, man, fam. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got other calls. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? And keep on shit. I'm calling from Chicago, Jay.
Keep on from the side. Talk to me, fam.
Man, from the streets to boxing, niggas is starting to act like they don't know what simple terms is. From snitching to ducking. Now everybody got cracked. Niggas don't know what snitching is. Niggas get on the stand. Now they hitting niggas with technicality. Well, technically, he ain't pointing at the niggas, so that ain't snitching. Now niggas saying they got weight problems. Need to use Ozempic. Now niggas ain't ducking. Nigga, you ducking me, go, man. Go up to 154 and fight, bro. Your ass was yapping out that mouth. Talking about, oh, Crawford this, Crawford that. This nigga Boots, man, fuck all that. That nigga Boots ain't doing shit. This nigga ducking. He fight once a year. I don't know what. Boots remind me, you remember that episode of the Boondocks where Riley tried out for the basketball team?
Yeah,
and that nigga had all the handles in the world until he shot that jumper. That bitch was broke. That's what Boots is. You be showing me these Instagram pad work, this futuristic movement and shit. Nigga, go fight a nigga, man. I'm tired of watching you scrimmage, nigga. Get your ass in there, nigga. Like, damn, bro. You know that nigga Drewski, the comedian Drewski?
Yeah.
You know how he could have been records? I think he got in a boxing with could have been fights, nigga. And him and Tank are the two top fighters he promoting with these could have been ass fights these niggas be talking about, bro. I don't even want to hear shit from these niggas no more until you in the ring, bro. Like, now niggas coming up with excuses of, oh, I don't know if he should do this or now the weight draining. Nigga, you a grown ass man. Get in there and fight, buddy. Do you want to be a world champion or not? Trigger fingers, turn to Twitter fingers. That's how these niggas is coming off now. It's just crazy, bro. Like, They hate on Jake Paul, but these niggas be matchmaking too with whack promotion. Jake Paul just do it with a way better promotion, nigga. What's the difference between Boots and Jake Paul? What's in the fight? What's the difference between Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson and him fighting Ebenezer? What's the difference? There's no difference in these niggas is capping. For real. Are y'all even boxers or just training to be in a movie, nigga? And what's the difference between you and Jamie Foxx and Ali, nigga? Y'all just fighting fake niggas. Like, come on, man. Now you coming up with these stipulations and all this watered down ass shit. Nigga, you get in the ring or not, nigga? Or you get knocked out so boot. I'm finna come in here and start fighting niggas at this point since y'all don't want to fight niggas. And I ain't eating no boxing, nigga. I smoke weed all day. I work in the warehouse, nigga. I got more heart than you. Man, like, these boxing is getting watered down. These niggas turning into WNBA hoes. They want some money, but ain't put no ass in the seat. We not trying to see that shit. We not trying to see Tank and Lamont Rhodes. I don't want to see Tank. Say, fuck that, nigga. Fight, nigga. Damn. I just had to call and let that shit off because I'm tired of seeing this ducking shit, but you be the main one calling out Bud. I done fuck that nigga Boots, nigga. On my mama, that's how I feel with this old whack ass shit, nigga. You was running your whole mouth. I don't even know Buddy last name that was putting the beats on him in this last little nigga. They should be on Friday Night Fights, nigga. The way these niggas, who they picking?
All right, man.
Matter of fact, Thursdays, JV. But
right.
Good night, coach.
Hey, bro. Wait, hey, what's it? Hey, man, the people. Again, the people have spoken, man. The people. Hey, I will be reposting this live. We'll be reposting this live part of the night. Carter, what's the name you called from?
It's Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis, talk to me.
Yeah, I understand, what Mayo was trying to say and shit about the criteria and all that, but the difference with this is that Boots is not going to fight anybody equal or better than Vergil Ortiz at 147. So all that shit is out the door. Like, damn well he's not going to be able to fight Stanionis and Barrios because, again, y'all built Boots up to be this fucking monster, and everybody going to want $2 or $3 million to fight the motherfucker. Even though they know now that he ain't as big as a threat as, what they believed he was, the fact is y'all still built him up to be that, so they want to get paid like he is. Yeah. And again, Barrios just got $3 million for Ramos, and Boots is 100 times better. So he ain't taking less than that $3 million.
No.
You know what I mean? And then Barrios might make more fighting Conor Benn in the UK than he would Boots. Because Eddie Hearn gonna go to Conor Benn and be like, hey, mate, look here. You're gonna have to do like Joshua did and take less, like Joshua did against Martin, and we gonna get that belt. And Conor Benn gonna do it. You know what I mean? Because he's been inactive, and he need a big fight. So he's going to do it to get that belt. So Barrios is off the table, and Stanionis is not taking that fight. He's not, unless you give him $2 or $3 million.
I think Stanionis is fighting on. I think he's fighting on Tank Davis undercard.
He is.
I think that's what I think.
But even if you waited, even if Boots waited, there's nobody for him to fight. It's a fucking duck. There's nobody for you to fight just because he's tied up. The only person you could have fought was Barrios, and they're not going to pay Barrios no $3 or $4 million to fight you. She should have took the Vergil fight. It's a fucking duck. Especially after you said you love pressure fighters and all he gonna do is come forward. You should have took that shit.
Yeah.
Because you wrote that check. Yeah. You wrote that check, and when it came time to cash it, I don't know who the fuck don't know nothing about $1 million negotiations going on in your name.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's the only thing I have. I know for a fact he's lying about that because. I just laid it out. I just played it. It's nothing that I'm saying out of my mouth. Eddie Hearn was right there. He was sitting right next to Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn made it clear, yeah, man, this the route we going. You better not lose to Vergil. If you lose to him, I'll probably never speak to you again. Like they had a whole and then
the back and forth in the media.
Yeah,
the back and forth in the media between Oscar and Eddie. Remember?
Yeah.
They wanted Boots versus Ryan. Oscar was like, nah, we put him in there with Vergil though. And Boots replied, said, yeah, I like that. And Devin Haney replied, said, yeah, I'll take Duarte. So they was going back and forth even before all of this shit.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. You're right, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's bullshit. He does.
Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, this is Rob from North Carolina.
Rob from North Carolina. Talk to me, fam.
Yeah, man, this shit is a duck, coach. We already know this shit is duck, man, a hard duck. Hey, look, since you remember when Crawford was on $1 million worth of game with Gillian Wallow?
I remember that.
Ever since they called Boots and Boots said that bullshit on the phone to Crawford, that's when I knew right there that Boots was some bullshit. When he was like, yo, I've been wanting to fight since 2018, and you know what I'm saying? And like, bro, you ain't want to fight that, man. Like, you took yourself out of his fucking sanctioning body when you could have been Crawford mandatory. Crawford, the only one at 147 that was fighting a mandatory. Sean Porter, Kyle Velasquez, you know he fighting mandatory. But when you had your opportunity, you took yourself out of it. Vergil Ortiz, he turned down the Crawford fight 2 times. So, I mean, so Vergil Ortiz was looking like a duck too, but back then it was like, all right, maybe he wasn't ready. Boots, you've been saying you ready and you trying to get the big fights and they ducking you. You had one right on the table, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Mexican, you was about to make the most money in your career, and you turn the fucking fight down, man. It's a duck. There's no way around it. And ain't nobody you could fight in place of him to make it seem like this is a better option for you. Like, that was the best option on the table. Like, everybody else tied up. So it gotta be a duck. And then we know you're gonna end up fighting somebody less than Ortiz next time. And so the whole story just don't make sense, man. So you gotta be ducking. And your daddy, he be lying too. Like, he been lying too, trying to build you up, acting like you ready for the big dogs, man. Boots ain't ready for that smoke, man. He don't want nothing he don't want no smoke with Johnny Dangerous, bro.
Man, all right, man. Shout out to Rob, man. North Cackalack, man. Stand up, fam. Thank you for calling the show, brother. Okay. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, Mo. I hear a lot of these jokers, you know, they tardy to the party. But you know who was the originator? Let's go back. I told y'all Bama since 2021. We ain't have to wait till 2025. I told Bama, and you know this is fact, right?
Yeah. I already know where you're going.
Is a protected boxer. When it wasn't cool to say that. Oh, Boots this, Boots that. Fuck all that. He's protected. Now he's a protected duck. Same thing. I told y'all it was 3 fights that Boots turned down. They didn't want that he should have fought. I'm not telling y'all those fights. One of them was Kavalauskas twice. All right. Those are fights he should have already fought. They didn't want those fights because they were too risky. Now, y'all keep people saying Eddie. Eddie don't have nothing to do with this. What's happening is Eddie is caught up in between a rock and a hard place right now. He really want Boots to jump out there. But the team Ennis don't want Boots to jump out there. So now Eddie like, look, it is whatever y'all want to do, y'all want to do. That was the agreement we had. But Eddie want Boots to fight everybody. But at the end of the day, Slim, the boy is a duck. That Philly bull is a duck. He's just only in it to take the least amount of risk and try to get as much as reward as he can. They're gonna probably be in Philly for the next 2 years. If he can continue to put 10 grand in there, why fight anybody?
Yeah.
I mean, 10 G's, you know what I mean? Why fight anybody? He's borderline a gimmick. And as far as Vergil and Boots go, Boots and Vergil, Boots wanted 0 parts of Vergil back then. That's the reason why he ran about the WBO. They did not want to take the risk of the late Paco ordering Vergil Ortiz and Boots to fight. So Boots ran about the WBO and said, fuck this shit. We dipping. That's what happened, and he ran over to the IBF. Jokers, I know a lot of jokers don't follow boxing, but that's what happened. We already know, like I told y'all, Boots is too protected, man. He's too protected. And this ain't an Eddie thing. This is just a Team Ennis thing. They got a whole different plan. They gonna build this boy up like he Hagler, Sugar Ray, mixed with every top side, Sugar Ray, Hagler, Larry Holmes, got Larry Holmes power. He got the jab, but this motherfucker is Voltron out this bitch. But he's too fucking protected. It's like the Voltron of motherfucking legacy boxing, man. Like, this shit is crazy. And y'all don't see that he has the worst resume in the sport. He has 30 fights and have the. Just think about this. And Magomadov's resume is better than Boots. In less than 9 months, Magomadov's resume is going to be 3 times better than Boots' resume. And Boots had 3 times as many fights. How many fights Magomadov have? 11, 12, something like that. Boots had 30 fights. And don't have shit on it. Ain't got shit on it. His lippiness is the best fighter he have on that motherfucker. He was a 140 pounder. And this is the motherfucker y'all banging pom-poms for, man. Get the fuck out of that, boy. That Bama motherfucker is a duck and a protected boxer. That's it, Slim. And I've been telling y'all that for years. I'm glad y'all motherfuckers finally coming around and saying that. I hear y'all jokers coming in. Johnny come lately, motherfuckers. I've been telling y'all this shit. I'm out, Slim.
Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, real quick, it's me 2 times. I forgot to say, this shit's so serious that we don't even care about Tank and Lamont. We been ain't cared about Tank and Lamont Rose. You know that person today. You know that person today. Everybody coming in the chat to beat down Boots. We got Tank giving Boots the boost. Wait a minute, let's pick Boots fight quick before we go over here and watch the press. Let's go whoop his ass. Let's dump this nigga. Man, let's dump him before we go. You know, we don't even, this is so serious, Coach. We've been on about that Tate Lamont fight. That's a wrap. Tate might be done too on the low. I'm gonna pull a what's his name? Mr. Fat. Who make everything about Tate.
Yeah. Oh, you talking,
yeah.
I'm
gonna pull a D-block and bring Tate in. It's so serious. We don't care nothing about Tate. We came over here to beat on Boots. That's a shame. You know what? We don't even care.
So
you know that theory.
So there's an overall. So basically, the question is it fair to call Boots a duck? And there's an overall consensus that people are saying yes. From the phone calls, overwhelmingly majority of the phone calls are saying yes. And then when we go on social media, under Jaron Boots Ennis' post. That's very important. Most of them, 99% of those posts saying the same thing. They calling them that. So it don't look good. And the reason why it don't look good, Fee, I'm gonna tell you why. Because for years we have been hearing that this guy is the second coming of Roy Jones. He's Crawford 2.0, but he's 20 times better than Crawford. He's faster. He's taller. He's bigger. No Diddy. He's everything Crawford ain't. He's everything Crawford is, but he can do things that Crawford. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. We've been hearing this. We've been hearing that, Roy 2.0 and he running through dudes and everybody's scared of him. Vergil Ortiz is the duck. Crawford is the duck. Mario Barrios is the duck. From that end, everybody been ducks when it come to Boots. And so now all of this has come out with him lying, saying that he had no idea that a fight was being negotiated between him for himself and Vergil Ortiz, when we know that's a bold-faced lie, when all we have to do is go to the post-fight Karen Chugga press conference.
Yeah.
And look at the dialogue between Eddie Hearn and Jaron Boots Ennis. When you look at that, that's the only video we need to look at. Come on, sir. Come on.
Well, I know Eddie Hearn he signed this nigga. He say this was a mistake. Him and Eddie should be into it in about a month or so. They should be into it. Because Eddie don't know. And wait till De La Hoya come out with his clapback Thursday. This would be hilarious.
Yeah.
This would be serious.
Clapback Thursday gonna be fire.
Yeah, no, that's just because I can't wait. I'm just giving me something to eat, everything, some pizza, something. We sent some burritos, some tacos.
All right.
Boots ought to be ashamed of himself, but that's all I got, Coach.
Shout out to Fee. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin from Oakland 2 times. Talk to me.
Yeah, Coach. Boots done painted himself into a corner because he really only got 2 options if he wants to save face. He either takes a pay cut so Brian Norman Jr. can get the money he wants to get in the ring, or he's going to have to ask the IBF to get a crack at that 154 belt against Murtazayev because nothing else makes sense. Nothing else makes him look good. Everything else is a certified duck because there's nobody at 147 worth watching him fight. The whole novelty of him fighting in Philly it's played out. You can only fight in front of your hometown crowd with fighters nobody cares about once, maybe twice in your career, unless you're about to retire. And this motherfucker, if he's thinking about doing it for a third time, because he ain't no draw nowhere else, so those are his options. He either goes up to 154 and fights for the IBF 154 belt against the guy that just knocked out Tim Tszyu, or he fucking takes a pay cut to make sure that Brian Norman gets what he wants. And even then, you got to hope and pray that that man don't get hurt, don't mess up his hand or anything else, because all that's going to do is delay the fight even more. You know what I mean? It just seems like this fool didn't think this through. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, dude, you a 27-year-old belt holder. You know, like Ron Boy said, you ain't got shit to show for, you know, that 10-year career that you got. You know what I'm saying? And you running out of options. You know, he should have stayed quiet and figured out another way to get out of this and still save face, or he should have just bit the bullet and said, fuck it. I'll dare to be great. I'll challenge myself. And even if he lost against Vergil, which most people think is a pick'em fight, he could have still came back to a 147 as the 147 champ. And, you know, we wouldn't hold it against him, you know, as much as we are now. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said before, everything that was being said about Brian Norman Jr. is now being said about him.
Yeah.
You priced yourself out because you really didn't want to fight.
Bro, hold on. This the other part of it. See, there's so many elements to this. Steve Kim was on this show yesterday. I reposted the interview. It's been reported that Jaron Boots Ennis was being offered $5 million from Turkey Al-Sheikh to fight Vergil Ortiz. If that is the case, that's more money than he's ever been paid for a fight. That's what makes it even worse. Because let's be honest, Turkey Al-Sheikh pay those fighters. No one is saying anytime somebody fight on the Riyadh season undercard, Riyadh season card, they get paid the most money they've been paid. I think everybody know that. There's no argument about the money. Someone that's a premier fighter, a big fight, like Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz, Turkey Al-Sheikh will pay prime money for that. Yep. What makes it bad, what makes it worse is when you go on Twitter, you go on X, and you say you found out about the negotiations between yourself on your behalf and Vergil Ortiz. You found that out on social media just like everybody else. I had no knowledge of it. But then we go directly to a video where you're sitting right next to your promoter and you guys are having discussions about making the Vergil Ortiz fight. That right there there's nothing that no one can say.
Eddie, Jay with Sportbox TV. Looping back around to Vergil Ortiz versus Boots, what do you think the fight looks like? How does it play out, and in what fashion does it end?
Listen, I think it's a great fight, and Boots knows he's got to be better than tonight against a fighter like Vergil Ortiz, but the training would be different, the mindset would be different, the challenge would be different, and where you're going to get the best of a great fighter like Boots. So, you know, I really respect Vergil Ortiz. I love Robert Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya Zaplonka, and, you know, we got to make sure, and I'll be saying to Boots, we can't afford to lose that fight. I can't lose to that fucker. No way.
We definitely
Boots,
ain't.
if you don't win that fight, I'll never talk to you again.
we ain't doing that though. We won't do that. You know, like I said, the better the competition, the better I'm gonna be. And all Vergil do is go forward. Y'all know I love pressure fighters.
Listen, there's always a price, but I just want to watch him fight Vergil Ortiz. Obviously, there's a lot of conversations with His Excellency, and we'll be moving forward to potentially make that fight.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? You the last call.
Corey from Texas. What's up, Coach?
Corey from Texas. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. So Martin Ross is fighting in 2 weeks, and he said he's going to turn around and fight in February again.
Talking about
Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
That's what's being posted. So Man, posting. I mean,
So,
that's not. I mean, that's not crazy because back in the day they used to
no,
fight
it's
like
not
that back in the
crazy.
day.
It's not crazy. No, it's not crazy at all. I'm just making a point with the whole situation we talking about. People ducking. Like, there's a man with no excuses. He's a fighter. He's a boxer. That's his profession. He gets out of the ring and then he gets back in the ring. But I got one thing, Coach. Did you see that new WBO thing where they were saying that? And I think maybe this could help save boxing. Where they said something about if you're the number one mandatory and you don't take the fight with the champion, they automatically drop you out the rankings. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe something like that.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.